what's going on, Observatory? What's going on, world? It has been volatile, right? Sorry, I have not streamed. I've been a little sick. Way better today. It's been almost a week since my last stream, and we did enter a correction, right? We did start correcting. BTC is in a heavy pullback. I'm going to turn off some of these indicators. Last stream I did say we're about to see volatility come into the market. We're gonna see some like 12% up and down candles. I was looking at the ETH chart when I was saying that. Earlier today I had published in our Discord that BTC did a 61.8 retracement. Where are you? There we go. And Phantom on the hourly happened to catch that, right? Now we did get shaken out over here a couple of times. Then the overnight bounce was pretty good. The formation here, it looks like a bull flag with a 61.8 retracement. I'm expecting bullish continuation at least for the interim, right? It's a strong bull flag formation, 61.8 fib bounce, 61's right here at 78, 50, 38 or so. I'm expecting a retest of the 50% fib, right? That would make me want to add long. I'm currently hedged. You guys can see the row on my screen. That's still the 7,300 long on futures and the perp short at 91.40 and Ether. So I'm basically sitting flush. I've secured the range and I'm looking for my add. How's everybody doing today? Let me go ahead and pop up over here so I can see some of the comments on YouTube. All right, what's going on with this screen? For some reason, I can't see him. All right. Oh. Sorry, guys. Just making sure I can see everybody's comments. Still can't. So you guys drop me comments on Facebook, on the Facebook stream, if you have questions. Also in this show, I'm going to cover Bitcoin. I'm going to cover the S&P. I did put out a big signal on the S&P earlier this week. It looks like it's playing out in our favor. So there's going to be a big opportunity in legacy markets, so make sure you watch the stream until I get there. I'm going to do, the order is going to be BTC, SPY, and then Ether, and then I'm going to take some altcoin requests. But short term, I'm expecting more upwards volatility from BTC. Once again, if you guys have Phantom, right, we did get a strong buy signal on the hourly, and I think the 30-minute signal did as well, right? We did chop down below it, forming this falling wedge that's currently sitting like a bull flag. I do expect continuation from here, and it's Friday, so we're gonna get another gap, another CME gap. Last one was at 8,900. It filled on CME, it did not fill on the regular charts, and I'll go over that. This is kind of my micro view of what's going on right here, right now in BTC. Let's go in a macro view, right? I'm gonna throw on some of my moving averages and look at a little bigger picture. I did say that we're going to get a retest at 84.90. You guys in VIP said if we don't get a strong close above here, then we should probably short down to the next target, which is a 79.80, 79.55, right? It's going to be right here. And why did I say that? You guys followed me in 2019, right? Only to be published about the bull run before it happened, but some of these levels proved to be very critical to accumulation, right? The best accumulation buys during the dips came at these levels. And trading is running really slow, for me at least. Let's see if I can get out of this chart. Let's go into the daily, since the hourly does not want to cooperate. How's the stream quality? All right, so daily's looking pretty strong, right? My 30 weighted moving average, remove all drawing tools, is acting as support. And we do want to see that in an upwards impulse. We rarely see that, but we're seeing it act as support right now, which is a really good sign. It's gonna be that yellow line, right? It's acting as support. That's really good. That's healthy. We don't want to see BTC come down to like 76. That would crush bulls. But as for this this bull pennant that broke upwards, now we had a 61.8 retracement. So I do expect a bullish continuation. We might do something that happened previously, right? We might double top and come back down in a corrective phase. I'm not saying we're out of the chop so far, right? We might be seeing a similar move to what we saw back here, where the 30 WMA was acting as support, but then again, we were coming out of a correction back there. So I'm not expecting straight parabola, probably a lot more chop, especially with today being Friday. We're going to have another CME gap. So depending where CME closes, I'll be looking for a revisit of those levels for either a long or a short. One theory is bulls are going to push up before the close and then set it sideways for the weekend price action. That way there's a small gap. Another theory is that they're not going to push up and then push up over the weekend to chop it back down. I'm going to try to go back in time. There you go. A lot more cooperation this time. Back to these levels that I was highlighting earlier. My moving averages on the hourly, right? We're just looking at red and white. All right, so we might see some chop between those. Now we're currently below red. So historically, we've bounced off the white one and a bull run, and we did that all of 2019. Right, we did that. This is the 4K range. Up here is the 5K range, right? So we kept doing that. All these revisits proved to be really good buys. So that's another thing I'm looking out for. That's why I'm not trying to rush into going too heavy on a long, because I'm already hedged. Some of you guys are as well. And yeah, if we do get this break, I'm expecting a couple of rejection zones. One of them would be the overhead 23. Going back to my next chart. So one rejection would be at 85 all the way up to 86, so like right in the 85-90 range. Secondary rejection would be 88.21, right? Let's see how bulls play it. It's Friday. Last weekend we did have a gap opportunity. Some of the guys got in short over here. When BTC was making this breakout, if you guys were in our Savagery channel and BMX Savagery, I was saying, guys, this is fake. We need to find shorts. Some guys shorted just because of how much of bearish bias I had on this breakout, and some of you guys didn't. The guys that shorted did really good. If you hedged up there, that was good. Our previous hedge had a half stop over here, or it was in this range and had a half stop a little higher, so half of it got stopped out. The other half should be acting as a hedge, so you should be protecting at least half of your profits right now. From the long that's up 1,700% on row right now, so we actually hedged that a little higher, like 2,000%. All right, that's it for BTC. I'm gonna go ahead and cover the SPY. I'm getting low video output on YouTube for some reason. So jumping into the SPY. Oh my god, did you guys short with me? Did you guys play that VIX? So I'm going to get rid of extended hours. And it was 2 days ago. It was on Wednesday. We were right here. And I said, guys, this is distribution for now. I'm buying VIX calls, 1450 for February 7th. 2-week play, 3-week play from Wednesday. And yeah, now we're seeing that distribution play out, right? We're seeing some heavy selling. Our calls are not in the money yet, but they're definitely, last I checked on it, was 38% of profit on this VIX options call. Now, why did I signal this? This is critical. And I was going to show you guys that it worked on BTC2 overnight, and we should have waited and not get chopped out. So if you go to the weekly chart, I've been tracking this for some time too. I'm expecting a pullback. I'm expecting a heavy pullback, a big retest down to like the 300 range, 299, 300. And why would I do that after a big parabolic move? Well, historically, every retest, every breakout above a significant fib level has retested. And I tried to short the 9. I got stopped out over here, right? So we shorted the 13, the 14 candle actually. So I had a 10, 11, 12, 13. That's on TD sequential. I'm not going to remove all drawing tools because it's going to mess up all my fibs. And more importantly, right? So that's not the only reason why we shorted. The other reason why I shorted is if you go like the hourly, there's a huge, massive gap underneath. So we might not get all the way down to 300. Right, but there is, let's get rid of TD sequential. There's a huge gap down here at 328. Now, and the bigger one, right, the really big gaps at 317. So I want to see some of these gaps fill, especially coming out of weekly 13. I spotted some futures distribution overnight. Now we'll know if this trend line holds, right, and it's like an ascending, or it's a symmetrical triangle at the top. That would be one thing. But that said, this is going to be a distribution week this week and next, especially with what happened here in futures. Futures pumped it up, and then they sold it, and then futures dumped it. Spot market brought it back up for another dump, right? This is pure selling. To me, that's what it looks like. And more importantly, if you want to look at fibs, right, we are at a rejection level. Same reason or very similar reason to why I said short BTC at 91.40. Look at that, right? I'm not going to highlight what fib level this is. I obviously don't have my numbers here. You guys in VIP, you should know. The general public, I'm sorry, just can't disclose some of this stuff right now. So we did have a big rejection move here. On some charts, it looks like it closed above. I don't know if I have my wicks lined up right. Looks pretty right, but if we extend the swing low to swing high extension, this is definitely a failure zone, right? We want to see this either fail or continue, but we have 13 weeks of breakouts. I'd want to see at least 1 or 2, 3 corrective weeks. And historically, if you go back to the weekly chart, which is the honey badger in this scenario, this breakout retested after a TD9. Let's bring TD back on. All right, so we had a TD9, we'd have a correction afterwards. And then we did have a correction here after a TD13. This one didn't quite reach a TD cycle, but also corrected and retested. So that's what I'm looking for now, is a retest at least of like, 318, 324, 318, 317. But we're not shorting spot, right? We're shorting via VIX. I'm going to try to check back on YouTube comments. No comments just yet. Right, we had 1450 calls, and we have 1410 right now. We've got 2 weeks for this to play out. Right, what does the VIX do? inverse volatility, right? And if you guys are using RBI or momentum oscillator, I did say this is a heavy buy signal, right? We were here, we're kind of starting to get out of it, building up some momentum. It was like 3 days ago and I signaled this, and these are 120s, so we're definitely like up here, and I said, hey guys, this thing's getting ready for a strong up move. Historically, when we see that happen, we've seen the VIX really jump, right? Every time this has happened, we've seen these big moves, so I want to see that big move. There's no gaps on the VIX, there's no gaps overhead, so right now it should be straight selling, I hope. Alright, so that covers BTC, that covers the S&P. Let's take a look at ETH USD. It had been a smooth run. We do have longs, we do have hedges. The hedge didn't get stopped out, not even partially. Some are saying this could be a head and shoulders. Alright, we're seeing something similar on Litecoin too. I'm going to switch to the Coinbase chart. I like it better than BitMEX on Ether. I feel like MEX is very biased. Now let's start with Phantom. We did have rejection above the midline and a push back to above. So another retest that's bullish at like 157. I'd want to see continuation. Last signal on Ether long, the one that played out really well, we signaled like 135. Phantom actually signaled it sooner. 4 hour did. Alright, 4 hour Phantom's up 40%. Now let's see if we're seeing something. Let me get rid of this head and shoulders right now. Let's see what kind of pullback we had. ETH's been a little bit more parabolic, did have a rising wedge, did correct back down. We did get a head short up here, a full hedge. I'm going to remove all drawing tools and let's use this swing low. Right, this was a 50% pullback, right? 23, 38, 50, 61 is down here, and then the 70, and then the 0. So maybe we'd get another bounce off the 50, right, for a secondary ad. Not if BTC continues the breakup. It looks like they're both pulling back. So an ad long would be the second retest off the 50, $156 ETH would be a pretty good long entry for continuation. As for this head and shoulders, is it real? Is it not? I'm going to remove Phantom. I don't know if I like it, guys. Right? It's a possibility. Definitely a possibility. We're at the neckline. Alright, we're at a retest for the neckline. It looks like we're doing a reverse triangle here, which is usually bullish, like a 1, 2, 3, 4, maybe 5 and a go. No questions so far. Move all drawing tools. I would want to see a retest to 156 before an upwards continuation, before leveraging more to the long side. Let's pull back up BTC for you guys that are actually using our indicator suite. There's a couple of pretty good signals on the intraday on the 15, and if you guys have altcoin requests, go ahead and show me. Let's look over them. Let's look over all to see what they're doing. And this is like the entire suite. I believe that was a 9. So this rejection up here didn't quite hit Phantom, but if you guys are using the XABCD scanner, it's was a good short signal, right? And then this right here would have told us bearish continuation, and then this was the nasty chop at the entry level on the 15. But you did have a sell here, a long here, another long here. So it's definitely been tradable, right? Definitely been tradable on Phantom 15, regular setting 7.6. Same for the XABCD scanner. This was on the 9. All right, guys. Anybody have any questions about Ether, BTC, altcoins? You guys want me to go over alts? Feel free to drop me a comment in YouTube or Facebook stream. Back to the SPY. It looks like it wants to hold support. The SPY2, right? Phantom, sorry, not Phantom, but XABCD scanner is working pretty well depending on your time frame. We did get a top here. It's kind of one of the reasons I also signaled short. Now we're pulling back. It looks like Phantom's midline's holding, right? I want to see more volume here. RBI says there's more room to come down. Let me look at the ES futures chart. It's more continuous. Going over EOS and XRP next. Thank you, Christopher. Yeah, it looks like there's a little bit more room for downside here. You don't quite have a buy signal. And once again, we got a 4-point turn here. 272, that neck down. This 786 did not play out. All right, going over XRP. Let's go XRP BTC. I had a buddy that got liquidated on XRP short. I'm not sure how that happened. Maybe he shorted support, and that's why we don't short support. Kind of clearing this chart up. So if you're using Phantom, the 15-minute, you can definitely trade XRP, right? That was a short to midline, maybe long here. Short to midline, long accumulation signals, choppy area long for a short, for a midline targets, right? Short here, continuation. That's just what I'm seeing on Phantom. Let's look more of the 30-minute, also playing out well. I don't think XRP BTC is ready to rally. I don't think it's ready to pop off just because it has not punched a lower low. We always see, I mean, historically, this chart has never rallied before taking out a lower low, right? If anything's really going to capitulate before a run, it's Ripple. It's done this every time. I don't think she's ready. Daily RBI is not looking the healthiest. I'd want to see a pullback. Where is my drawing tool? My brush, right? I'd want to see something like this down to RBI for what I call entanglement, right? Before a bullish move. So I want to see something like this happen before we go up, right? And come back down. This was a bullish. This was bullish. That was also a divergence with a bullish KD cross and overall upwards momentum, right? We don't have that yet. I think we're going to knock down a lower low on Ripple. That's my opinion. EOS BTC, I had another buddy say, I'll see you at the top. And he had a 61.8 retracement, thinking EOS is going to Okay, I don't think that's the 61.8 he had. It was actually Jacob Canfield that had this. Right, and he's thinking it's going to 82.12, so he's thinking there's a 100% up move on EOS. Personally, I don't trade EOS. I don't hold EOS. But what I'm seeing is possibly a bullish move. Now, at what point would I want to get into this? Right now, I think just because it stopped above, right, we're finding resistance, support above previous resistance levels. We're likely going to go up to 50.35. That's a high probability, right? Or 49.50 Satoshi range. That's a high probability. If we close above here, then I would start eyeing that 61.8 move, which would put it right at 81.78, right? But up until we close above 50, I don't trust it. And let's throw Phantom back on. It's kind of my go-to. Wow, so Phantom wants to see a higher move. Get rid of these fibs. Alright, so Phantom's saying resistance 74.30. That's the daily. There's going to be a lot of charts between now and then. A lot of time frames. Let's go to the 4 hour. Boom. So the EOS entry, if you guys are using Phantom, you can also trade the EOS 240, right? Long signals, short, midline target, maybe stay out, short, long, and it broke above. So that's really bullish, right? That's pretty bullish. I'm going to set an alert for 39.86. I think once we hit that, the chart's ready to rally. And that would be our margin long entry. Thank you for the chart. All right. Any other chart requests? Any other coin requests? You can also check out some traditional assets. I'm going to look at certain stocks. I can do that. Going once, going twice. Going 3 times. All right, well, thank you all for tuning in. Smash that like button. Smash that like button. If you want to get a macro view of what I think's going on in the market, there is a link to this paper. Actually, that's the wrong one. Sorry, there's a link to my macro view. I've went over this the last few streams. If you are new to the channel, it's your first time here, I believe I do have a live stream on this as well. And I've been looking for the retest on the S&P since December, or at least the beginning of it. That's the wrong one. How did I get here? There we go. So this is my macro view, right? Whenever we get these big bullish moves where the S&P closes above major fib levels, go into the next, BTC does go on a run as well. There's a lot of correlations here. Really interesting paper. I suggest you read it on Medium. Gonna go over QDM. I haven't looked at that chart in a while either. Trading QDM with Phantom, right? You get good longs, you get good sells, good rebuys, and now it's above the midline. Trend is still bullish on the 4 hour. We don't quite have a divergence here. Let me throw on the harmonic scanner, the XABCD scanner. Get rid of Phantom real quick. And I'm just gonna scan all the time frames. So yeah, you would have had a good short up here, a good long down here, another short or exit, right? Buy, sell. Can't really short shoot them, I don't think. Maybe the daily's got something. Let's see if I can pin this down. The 080 looks like it's valid. Yeah, that's definitely valid, right? So, but it's not complete yet. So if we do get another break, I'd look to exit at like 28.41, 28.60. All right, so that would be the reversal zone if we get bullish continuation. Now that we've identified that, let's see if I can get any kind of confidence. Oh, back to the daily RBI. Trend is bullish, but we're seeing blue. Let me get rid of my face, remove it. All right, so likely to get a pullback. We're likely going to get a pullback. Back to the 4 hour. I'd look for entry like 21.60. I'm going to set an alert here for myself. Yep, so probably want to see another pullback to the zone before bullish continuation. What's the hourly saying? Hourly's actually putting our buy target a little lower, right? 21.19. So that's my view on QDM. You are welcome, Christopher. Smash that like button for me, man. It's a few more people drop, just now join the stream. You guys drop me some altcoins to review. Drop me some charts. I still have some time over here. YouTube, you guys are super quiet. Show some love. Alright, if not, I'm gonna go ahead and wrap it up. If you guys just now joined, you can rewind, check out. I covered BTC, I covered Ether, I covered the S&P, my expectations of the market. Other than that, click that link below, join Discord, hop in, chat with us, show us your charts, and we'll give you our opinion. Thanks for watching the stream. Have a great weekend, everyone. And